Okay, hopefully this is a short little video. Depends on how much I flap my lips, which hopefully isn't much. Everybody asks me about off-brand speed lights like the Yongnuo and some of the others. Put it to you really simply. Some of these speed lights, as you can see from this 1988 catalog I have here from back when I was working in the camera store, showing the SB22 and SB23. There is absolutely nothing that has blown my mind more as far as long-lived electronics than a Nikon Speedlight. While you can get the other brand Speedlights for 50-60 bucks, you know, typically a whole lot less than a Nikon Speedlight, you'll get your money's worth out of them, and then they'll just die on you. They'll go tits up on you, and then they'll drool on themselves. So you will get your money's worth out of them, but they suck. I hate to say that, but as I've told you before in prior videos, like the one Speedlight that all the pros collect is a Nikon SB800 Speedlight. It's the most powerful current Speedlight. It's an older generation Speedlight. 220 bucks typically on eBay, like the SB23, and you can't TTL on anything currently with a 22 or 23, but these are the best training tools. Refer back to prior videos where I show you these. But these Speedlights have been around. These Speedlights are a lot older than most of you that are watching this video. I mean, they're almost as old as I am, and they're still rocking as hard as the day they were cranked out in the mid-80s. So what does that tell you? I mean, you can grab these for 40 bucks, the SB22. Now, if you're going to use a like an SC29 or SC17 is really all you need for this, for off-camera flash. You can train yourself on flash photography. I mean, this is really, a lot of people, I mean, basically everybody that's getting in photography, they're all scared of flash photography. And it's really no more difficult than understanding that that is your second shutter. Or depending on the lighting conditions, it's your only shutter. Especially in extremely low light where you can't even see your hand in front of your face. I mean, you forget about shutter speed, okay? Crank it open, this is your shutter speed. So, shutter speed is the speed of the duration of the flash. It's not really that difficult. If you understand what your camera is, it's a time machine. It's got two shutters. And if you have ambient light, this is fill flash, this is your secondary layer of light. One of the real key, I love making things simple. I love it. One of the real key constituents of professional photography is LL, light layering. Okay, everybody's out there taking a great, well, the lighting isn't so great. Well, great, why don't you set up a strobe or a speed light and use some fill flat? Well, the dynamic range is no good, you know, got the shadows on her subject, she's backlit. Great, use a speed light. Oh my god, it's all about light layering. LL. But the premise of this video is to just to say that, you know, it takes a lot to impress me. I mean, a lot. I mean, I am the jaded a-hole. And I really got to boil it down very simply. And that is, buy a Nikon Speedlight and don't buy anything else. Well, you're just being a brand slut. You like Nikon, and that's why you're recommending Nikon, because, you know, you love Nikon. No. Canon Speedlights are crap. Every Speedlight, except for Mets. Mets is some good. Even Mets won't hold up to a Nikon Speedlights. That's where they've got angels working in the subplants where Nikon Speedlights are made. They are absolutely divine and incredible. I mean, I've got this SB24 back from this catalog. When was this catalog printed? 1991. I know it dates back further than that. Back from when I was working at the camera store, I remember saving a bunch of these freaky. I mean, I've still got a pair of SB24s from, when was that? 92,000. Yeah, it's right, 2000. Yeah, you know, closing in on 27 some years now. You know, these Speedlights are still going as strong as the day when I actually had hair. Here, by the way, I've showed this to you in prior videos. You know, angle of incidence equals angle of reflection. Get your damn flash off your game. Oh my god, someone's got a professional f4. Of course, current one would be a d4, which is about to be superseded, of course, with the d5. Oh look, he's got his, why does he have his flash off of his camera? Why doesn't he just have the flash on the, this is what some people keep asking me about, okay? Gotta get that definition. You gotta get the flash off your camera. And as far as a training tool, you know, if you want to be intimidated, well, I don't want to spend $500 and some for this SB910. You know, when I turn it on, the back of it's as complicated as my Nikon. It's just like a freaking computer, and it is. But flash photography is not really that complicated. I can teach anybody to be a master of flash photography. Well, I'm not a complete master of flash photography, but you know, really way out there, where they are confident as hell to get basically 80% of things. I mean, it's really nothing. You give someone to me for 2 hours, and we'll go out and shoot stuff at night using one of these and an SC17 or SC29 flash cable, and they will be so confident. They will have a mental erection in their brain as far as the bandwidth increase in their comprehension of photographic skills. I crap you not, I've done it before. I can't do that over the internet. I can to some degree, obviously, and I have videos planned out for that, and I've already done some videos like that. But this was meant to be a short video. But the premise is that just get a Nikon Speedlight, okay? If you don't have the money, just grab an SC17 cable and an SB23. These are like $25 or $30 now. This Speedlight is older than most of you people watching this video, and it is still rocking as hard as the day it was made. There is nothing like a Nikon Speed. There's nothing that comes close, not even within 1,000 miles of the durability of a Nikon Speedlight. There has absolutely been no technology that is as impressive as the Nikon Speedlight. Now, have there been some that have failed? Yeah, of course there are. But by and large, you know, we're talking 95% plus. The most amazing device, you know, drop it, abuse it, you know, your cat doesn't piss on it. You know, it'll outlast you. And that's no lie. Even the more complicated ones like the SB910, I mean the SB900 or the 910. It just, I actually, even though I've taken more than a few of them apart, I'm actually surprised. And they just beat the piss out of Canon. Canon can't come within 1,000 miles. And Canon folks actually admit this. True hardcore Canon people that have shot both will say, look, I love Canon to death. I'm a total Canon person, but Nikon Speedlights, they're the crap. I mean, they're the cat's ass. Just, yeah, it's the case. I'm gonna stroll down memory lane. This is my pathetic ass one-man person that had a camera on the tripod. This is me holding down. Now, this wasn't beach photo and video where I worked at. This is a much smaller camera store. There's a studio in the back, right around here and around the corner. Then there's a dark room over here in the back. But that's me. It's me behind the counter peddling cameras. Oh my God! I actually had hair. Jeez, I was still fat in that photograph too. God, awful. Anyway, the point of this video was to say, just get a Nikon Speedlight. Please stop asking me about the third party. I'm all about saving money, but if you buy a $60 Speedlight and you get 60 bucks worth out of it, you know, it croaks within a year, you know, it takes a dump on itself, okay, fine, you got your money's worth out. Here's an idea. How about you buy a Nikon Speedlight and it'll last you past your death? You know, it'll be passed on to the person that outlives you. This is a good idea. I'll never forget this picture. This is a catalog for the N90. And, God, I've got notes back in here from the 80s on the cost of an SB24, 280. I mean, that's a lot of money back in the 80s. A lot of money. Now you can grab an SB24 for like 80 bucks. Less than that. It's a catalog for the N90. You know, they've got some nice stuff in here, nice photographs, and of course, Nikon used to love putting all this sex. Of course, sex sells, right? They always love sticking in these sexy photographs. I love a lot of their schematics. It's really interesting. They always had this particular photograph, and if you look closely, the only thing that's in focus is her crotch. Oh, I'll never forget that photograph. I remember when they printed this brochure, everybody at the camera store was like, Nikon! Sex sells, right? It's photography, right? Where else do you expect to see sexy stuff? You're dealing with photographic tools. What are you going to be doing? Taking pictures of wall art? Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. Whatever. Oh, by the way, here's the old B&W filter. I don't know where this brochure dates back from. Somewhere in the late 80s. You talk about the days of exotic filters, and that's all vanished into Photoshop now. It's like, you're old. You're reminiscing. Yeah, guess what? Unless you die young, you'll be doing the same thing in X number of years. You'd be like, remember back when there was 36 megapixel, oh geez Grandpa, we got 1000 megapixel cameras now, you're talking about that old crap. That's what'll happen to you. Look at some of these freaky filters B&W used to produce. I don't know if any of you have ever seen these prism filters. He's like, well, you can do that in Photoshop now. These prism and split filters. There's 5 times and 6 time prism. So it's like, oh god, the special effects are all vis-a-vis filters. Or the rainbow. I remember seeing one. I wish I still had this filter. It was a 6 time color prism filter. It would actually do stuff like that. B&W used to make some freaky ass filters. I mean, stuff that would dazzle and amaze you still. And of course, look, the effects aren't really that great. It's like, who would want a picture like that today, right? Who would want it? Yeah, whatever. Stop reminiscing, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you later.